In the quiet highlands of ancient East Africa, there once stood a kingdom that most of the world has quietly forgotten. A place where terraced fields met soft morning fog, and long trade routes carried stories as gently as the wind. Tonight, we step inside the peaceful rhythm of everyday life in Axum, not through its kings or conquests, but through the calm routines of the people who once called this mountain kingdom home. As we begin tonight's story, allow yourself to settle into a comfortable position. Let your breathing soften and let the quiet world around you slow down. For the next half hour, we'll drift gently into the highlands of ancient East Africa, where the forgotten kingdom of Axum once rose among cool winds, terraced hillsides, and steady, unhurried days. Axum wasn't a place of constant battles or loud celebrations. Instead, it was a land shaped by early mornings, shared work, quiet marketplaces, and the calm pulse of long-distance trade. It grew not from conquest, but from patience, from farmers tending hillside crops, merchants guiding caravans along peaceful routes, and artisans shaping stone into last centuries. Tonight, we'll step into that world, not as tourists, but as quiet observers. We'll move slowly, wandering through Axumite homes, gardens, workshops, and pathways. We'll listen to the soft rhythm of daily tasks and the faint whisper of wind over the highlands. And as we walk, your mind can drift wherever it wants, toward rest or simply toward stillness. So, let's begin our journey. Imagine the first light rising over the northern Ethiopian highlands. The air is cool, almost crisp, carrying a hint of moisture from the night. Axum sits nestled among gentle mountains, with homes scattered across sloping terrain. Stone buildings with flat roofs catch the soft morning sun, turning their surfaces a warm, golden color. Roosters crow in the distance, not sharply, but with the steady rhythm of routine. A few cattle shuffle quietly in shaded courtyards. Smoke begins to rise in thin, delicate threads as families prepare their first simple meal of the day. The people of Axum start their mornings early, not out of urgency, but because the cool hours make work pleasant. Farmers head to terraced fields carved carefully into hillsides. These terraces catch the sun in layered steps, creating patterns of green and brown that stretch across the slopes like a quilt. The work is familiar, almost meditative. Some carry wooden tools worn smooth with generations of use. Others tend to tall teff grass, a native grain that will later become soft, warm bread. Water flows gently through small channels built to guide rainfall, making the fields feel alive with motion. In the background, the town slowly awakens. Merchants open shuttered stalls. Potters lift newly shaped vessels to inspect how they dried overnight. Children chase goats across the courtyard, their soft laughter mixing with the morning breeze. Axum is a place of steady rhythms where each day feels connected to the one before it. Homes in Axum are surprisingly peaceful spaces, built from neatly cut stone. Many structures are simple on the outside, but filled with warmth on the inside. The floors are cool and firm, and woven mats lie neatly along the walls. Families gather around small clay stoves, heating water and preparing breakfast. Coffee is not yet the global drink it will become, but the beans grow nearby, and people roast them slowly over gentle heat. The aroma fills the home, earthy, rich, soothing. A typical Axumite home includes a few clay jars for storing grain, a wooden chest for personal items, and handmade pottery shaped with quiet patience. Nothing feels rushed or overly ornate. Every object has a use, a story, and a sense of calm continuity. One corner of the home holds baskets woven from palm fibers. Another corner may contain tools, simple, humble tools that hold the memory of daily work. The walls may be decorated with smooth stones pressed into place, or small carvings with subtle patterns. Life unfolds indoors with peaceful voices, the soft clinking of pottery, and the gentle sound of wind brushing against the home's outer walls. As the sun rises higher, the town grows a little livelier, but never loud. The highlands seem to encourage quietness, as if the mountains themselves prefer soft conversation and mindful steps. As the morning sun settles comfortably over the town, the Axumite marketplace begins to take shape. There is no rush, no shouting, no frantic movement. Instead, the marketplace unfolds like a gentle tide, merchants arriving at their own quiet pace, arranging their goods with practiced calm. Picture wide baskets filled with grain, their tops smoothed over by careful hands. Beside them, clay jars of honey reflect the light with a warm amber glow. A woven mat displays spices carried from distant regions, soft cinnamon bark, fragrant coriander, and tiny sun-dried peppers that add warmth to simple meals. People drift by slowly, offering nods of greeting rather than hurried words. Transactions are polite, almost ceremonial. Prices are familiar, understood, and rarely debated. In Axum, the marketplace is less about profit and more about continuity, keeping the community supplied and steady. A potter sits cross-legged near the edge of the square, surrounded by bowls, jugs, and tall jars shaped from smooth, red clay. Each piece has its own subtle markings, lines drawn by fingers as steady as water. Shoppers pick them up gently, tapping the sides to hear the soft, hollow ring that tells them the vessel is well fired. Nearby, a small group of traders from the coast quietly arranges bundles of salt bars known as omali. In Axum, salt is as valuable as any coin, and these bars serve as a form of currency. They glimmer faintly under the sunlight, stacked neatly like building stones. Even animals seem to understand the unhurried tone of the day. A pair of donkeys rests under a patch of shade, their tails swaying lazily to brush away flies. A group of goats wanders across the edge of the square, pausing briefly to nibble at stray leaves. The air carries a blend of calm voices, soft footsteps, and the faint rattle of pottery being arranged. It's a scene full of life, yet free of urgency. The kind of place where time feels slower, thicker, and gentler. Leaving the marketplace behind, imagine walking toward the outskirts of Axum, where long, ancient trade routes begin their journey across valleys and plains. These paths stretch all the way to the Red Sea, linking Axum to the rest of the ancient world. Yet, even here, far from the town center, the atmosphere remains peaceful. Caravans prepare to depart, but there is no rush in their movement. Camels kneel gracefully as handlers secure bundles of ivory, woven cloth, spices, and incense, all items Axum is known for trading. Each load is tied with deliberate care, using thick ropes softened by years of use. The merchants who travel these roads understand patience better than anyone. Their journeys take days or weeks, guided by the rhythm of slow footsteps and the steady sway of camel caravans. They know every rise and fall of the terrain, every watering spot, every cluster of shade along the way. Even the landscape around them seems to encourage calmness. The highlands give way to rolling hills dotted with acacia trees whose branches stretch like protective umbrellas. Birds glide on warm air currents above the valleys, moving as effortlessly as drifting thoughts. As night falls, the sky over Axum's trade routes opens into a wide, shimmering dome of stars. Without the noise of the modern world, the caravans fall asleep to the sound of wind brushing over dry grasses and the low hum of distant animals settling in for the night. These trade routes helped build Axum's wealth, but they did so through patience and steady movement. Never haste, never force. Just the slow, dependable rhythm of people carrying stories, goods, and quiet determination across the land. Back in the heart of the kingdom, Axum's artisans shape their world with hands trained through years of repetition. Craftwork here is not loud or hurried. It's almost meditative. Stoneworkers sit in shaded courtyards, chiseling blocks of basalt with rhythmic, measured taps. The sound is soft and predictable, echoing in a pattern that feels almost musical. These stones will become everything from sturdy homes to towering monuments, works meant to last long after their creators have returned to the earth. Weavers sit beneath wooden awnings, their fingers moving through strands of cotton and wool with steady precision. They create soft blankets, colorful wraps, and practical cloth for everyday wear. The soft rustle of fabric joins the quiet chorus of Axumite life. In another corner, carvers shape small ornaments from wood or bone. Tiny birds, geometric patterns, and designs inspired by the plants around them. These pieces often carry personal meaning, serving as keepsakes or small gifts passed through generations. The air in these artisan spaces feels warm and gentle, filled with the aromas of wood, clay, and earth. It's the scent of creation without pressure, creativity that unfolds slowly, like the passing of a calm afternoon. As the sun begins to sink behind the highlands, a soft amber glow spreads across Axum. Shadows stretch over terraced fields and stone pathways, and the town slows to a gentle pace. Evening is a time of reflection, light chores, and preparation for rest. People gather small bundles of firewood, ensuring that the home remains warm through the cool night. The gentle crackle of flames provides a subtle soundtrack to the evening, blending with distant animal calls and the whisper of wind through trees. Families come together, sharing a modest meal as the stars begin to emerge above the highlands. The soft glow of lamps illuminates faces, and quiet conversation flows easily, unhurried, unforced. Here, in this gentle kingdom, life's rhythm follows neither clock nor crown, only the slow, measured pace of the earth and sky. Night arrives fully as darkness settles across the highlands. The stars shimmer brilliantly, each one seeming closer in the clear, unpolluted skies. The moon casts a silver glow over terraced fields, pathways, and stone rooftops, illuminating the kingdom with soft, restful light. In this calm, quiet world, even the distant Red Sea trade routes seem to pause. Caravans sleep under simple shelters, and the wind whispers through the highland valleys. The people of Axum rest deeply, carried by the gentle cycles of sun and moon, work and reflection, community and solitude. Their days are full and rich, shaped by purpose, care, and the natural flow of time. As you listen tonight, imagine yourself walking softly along those terraced paths, pausing at shaded gardens, hearing the distant clink of pottery, the whisper of water, and the gentle laughter of children. Let your mind drift along these quiet streets and fields, guided by the soft rhythm of life long ago. With each breath, allow the calm of Axum to fill your thoughts, washing away tension and inviting rest. As our journey comes to an end, remember that Axum's story is not only in its stone obelisks or trade routes. It lives in the soft, measured rhythm of its people's lives, their work, their family, their gardens, and their quiet observances. These moments are what truly define a kingdom that time almost forgot. Tonight, let yourself remain in this gentle space a while longer. Feel the highlands around you, the soft breeze, and the quiet echoes of daily life. Allow your mind to wander slowly through the terraces, marketplaces, and homes, letting peace settle in. Rest now, carried by the calm pulse of Axum. Let the gentle night, the soft narrations, and the quiet world of an ancient kingdom guide you into sleep. Good night.